We started our trip in Old San Juan at El Castillo San Felipe del Morro, otherwise known to locals as El Morro. Its construction started in the 1500s after the OG Diablo colonizer Christopher Columbus made his way to the Caribbean and started enslaving people. The Spanish built this fortress to help protect entry into Puerto Rico's harbor. El Morro's last active fight occurred during the Spanish-American War. During that war, the castle was attacked at least 3 times by American naval forces. The war ended with the signing of the Treaty of Paris, in which Spain ceded ownership of the islands of Puerto Rico, Cuba, Guam, and the Philippines to the United States. Puerto Rican activists tried to gain independence, but recent declassified FBI documents show that starting in 1936 and for decades that followed, the FBI actively went after organizers of Puerto Rico's independence. We spent the day wandering around Old San Juan. We eventually stopped for some cocktails and food.
Hey, first game bye.
The following day, we went to Charco Azul, Vega Baja. The place is 45 minutes from the city center, and you can swim through rock formations. And, if you dare, you can jump from different heights into the pool. I love doing outdoor adventure stuff, even if I'm a terrible swimmer. So, I loved it, even though I was just doggy paddling myself around there.
I gotta go fast.
We then went to a famous beach for locals. Puerto Rico is the most LGBTQ-friendly island in the Caribbean, but gay nightlife does not get started until about 2. We really tried to stay out late. However, after a long day, we called it an early night and missed the drag show. The following day, we went to El Yunque, Puerto Rico's national rainforest. It is also the only tropical rainforest in the United States. There are beautiful hiking trails, but we chose the natural water slide strip. It was slightly terrifying, but we had a lot of fun. Our tour guide Joe then took us to a really chill, quiet, beautiful beach. We met Joe on our second night on the island. He's a bartender at a club called Oasis and also runs a tour company called Triple G Tours. The Triple G standing for Gay Gringo Guide.
Okay. This is your favorite tour of yours, and why?
I'd say the cave tour because it's more of a local experience. You don't have as many tour groups going there. And then we also have a choice of which beach to go to depending on the group. We can go to the party beach like we did, or we can go to the nude beach. Just depends on the group that wants to go.
And what advice would you give to any LGBTQ travelers coming here to Puerto Rico?
Don't listen to anything online because nothing is correct online. Go ask your bartender about what's going on and what time to go where because nothing online is correct.
Alright, you do gay tours. What's the most scandalous thing that's ever happened in your tour?
Well, my tours, people are there to have fun. They're here to have a good time and vacation. I'm there for work. So the guys they're cruising at the gay nude beach. There's cruising areas. That's a lot of fun. I save my fun for after the tours are over. And yeah. So.
Alright, thank you so much. Anything else you would like to say?
No, just follow me on Instagram, Triple G Tours Puerto Rico.
Alright, thank you.
The following day, we decided to check out the street art in a neighborhood called Santurce. The area sits just about 10 minutes from Old San Juan. It didn't always look like this, but around 2009, a community of artists moved into the neighborhood and created a movement with the idea that arts can change and heal both people and buildings. Along it, though, it brought gentrification, something that can be felt across the entire island. A growing number of Puerto Ricans feel like they're getting pushed out of their own island as wealthy Americans move to the island and buy up properties due to the island's 100% exemption on property tax for US citizens, as well as all sorts of tax breaks for cryptocurrency. We spent our last day wandering around Old San Juan. Puerto Rico is a beautiful island with a rich history. The streets are filled with art and music. The island and its residents have gone through so much, from natural disasters to corruption in their government and exploitation by the United States. I hope one day it gets the justice it deserves.
Going to see Bad Bunny tonight. I'm going to see Bad Bunny tonight. I'm going to see Bad Bunny tonight. I'm going to see Bad Bunny tonight. Voy a ver Benito esta noche. Voy a ver Benito.
This is Eduardo Culbo.